Sidemen road trips, a staple of the Sidemen main channel. A Sidemen Sunday favourite of mine, I'd say. When I see a road trip in our calendar, that's something I look forward to. Because in my eyes, it kind of reminds me of my childhood, like watching like Top Gear and like I guess the Grand Tour is not really childhood, but it's that same format, a working format that is kind of like very flexible and lots of things go wrong, go right, and it's all round just a good time. For anyone who likes cars, it's a really good time. And I just like moving about and doing new stuff anyway, which kind of happens the most in road trips. But today, we're reacting to the funniest or best Sidemen road trip moments, I guess in recent times, because I imagine the recent road trip, there'll be a lot of clips from that one in there.
Do you need any advice or no?
No. I can drive. It's just not very well.
You said you haven't driven a manual for ages.
I haven't.
Well, first is up this time.
I know.
Yep. You clutch down when you're doing that, please.
Well, you also actually get like some new skills as well. Like you end up driving a lot of different cars with varying degrees of difficulty in regards to driving. Like, obviously, if you drive like a modern day car, most likely be an automatic that's very easy. Sit back, half time in motorway, you can put it in cruise control and you can put one hand on the wheel, and you're good. It will just go. It's like keep you in the lanes, it'll keep you at the right speed. Where like we drive some very obscure older cars with like weird clutches or weird gear sticks.
Yeah, he's got this. You know what? I don't even care.
Or you drive around in a Mini Cooper, an Austin Mini Cooper with an inflatable ball, trying to score.
Go!
And Harry's not learned those skills, you see.
I wish I was Mark Grober and I would have used stuff to basically create.
Oh, you can do a thing where you hold it on top.
Yeah.
And no matter what you do, it doesn't spill. I don't know how you make that thing. There definitely is something you could do.
We fully cheated. That's a great cut. We lost though, so because he was showing off, I guess.
I think we're actually fine.
JJ,
we might actually
JJ,
bro, you make me feel like I have Parkinson's.
I feel sorry for Ethan in this scenario because it's obviously like a dream car of Ethan's, hence his reaction. And we got JJ who has a driver and doesn't drive anymore at all, driving it.
Why am I shaking?
And burning the hell out of the clutch.
I can't do it unless
super high revs, just getting it, just to pull away.
No, JJ, please.
Let me try
like you're
for a
burning the
little bit.
clutch right now.
I'm not even. Bro,
You are, because you're in gear 1 still.
Oh yeah.
Relax, easy, gentle.
Are we even looking where we're going?
Bro, I forgot. I'm
Take your gloves off.
for our life right now.
That's the minion gloves to me, my God.
I'm dying on my anniversary.
Is that it?
That full speed.
What the fuck is that noise? Nah, does it make that noise the whole time?
I say this to Ethan as well, like with road trips, I sometimes like I'll sit there and go, you know what? I can tell, let's say in 10 years time, we can still do road trip videos and we have car channels we want. That can still be a thing for us. There's still a future. If Clark's and the gang, well, aren't doing it anymore, but they were doing it until recent times, then we can still do it. Same with like the golf channel, right? We kind of have like these, they're like almost like future projects where we know that they're future proof. They have 20 years in them still, realistically, as long as we want to do them still.
Oh.
It's a bit hard to do like Tinder in real life at our age, I guess.
I always bring spare socks. Why don't I bring spare socks?
Oh, you stinky feet, that's why.
Stinky feet.
Your fucking feet stink. Got dead foot in there. Fucking trench foot. Yellow fucking...
Context for Harry's sake here, right, just to give him like a lifeline, is we went on a plane. We were flying to Madeira, I think it may have been, and we were sat... It's very privileged. I was sat opposite him due to the plane we was on. And it's obviously a 4-hour flight. And he asked, is it fine for me to take off my shoes? And I was like, yeah, sure, man. You're on a plane. Relax. Chill. It's vibes. Like, it's all good. No worries. Took them off. And holy smokes, the stench that come from those things can be smelt across the plane. To which I think Ethan did the same thing. I think they played paddle before. I think Ethan went to the bathroom and washed his feet, where Harry did not, as far as I remember. It was not pleasant, so hence the context of here. That we ripped into him on that flight, and then...
Dead foot.
Well, he has got yellow feet, though, hence a jaundice. But the trench foot and the stinky feet is from that one moment.
Jaundice trench foot. Boys. Fucking socky toe. Out the gap every time.
Boys. It's my feet you're talking about.
Yeah, and they stink all the time.
No, they don't.
Monster foot.
No.
You've got a fungal infection. An athlete's foot.
It's also quite fun as well, because I feel like usually Harry is is the one doing this, right? And it's someone else on the receiving end. So it's quite interesting seeing Harry on the receiving end of this.
Boy,
Fucking rotten
these are
foot.
my feet you're talking
The
about.
zombie toes.
I feel embarrassed about my feet now. How do you feel about that?
They do stink though. Honky Toto.
It was one time.
That was the one time that I explained.
On one flight, okay? God forbid a man exercises during the day and then tries to...
Why are they always yellow though?
That's a fucking medical condition, mate. That's jaundice. I don't know what it is, but bad circulation is whatever it is.
Jaundice. Jaundice, whoa.
I know someone who lost their mum to jaundice, actually. So don't even...
What's the horn symbol? Like, do I press this? Like, what?
Oh god, the old inbred sausages.
Oh, lack of
All right,
cars.
Josh. No, it's time.
There's a lack of cars though.
Why don't you get out?
I'll give you horny.
That's a child in a pram. That's a child in a pram, Josh. A child in a pram. Yeah, please do.
Ready?
This happens to Digit every time. He just sleeps everywhere. How does he sleep everywhere?
This guy is a psychopathic.
Oh, this is like one of the OG road trips. This is Bristol.
Oh.
Oh, he thought it was deep, right? And it was like just up to his.
You're literally standing up.
Bro, there's rocks.
Oh, the old self-filmed Sidemen Sunday.
Hello boys, Max Fosh here.
I'd be so curious. Like, we maybe should do it as like a cheap. Maybe I'll do it as a like a cheap but expensive, and what will make because then. Because obviously, basically what I'm trying to say is back in the day, everything was self-filmed, and obviously people have some kind of nostalgia tax to it, and I for sure resonate with it as well because I do think when we are in control of cameras, obviously we grew up making content, and that's what our come up is. It's all self-shot. So there's a certain je ne sais quoi. There's a certain thing that we do that maybe isn't captured the same way that a camera person would because they come in from a professional standpoint and try and shoot it a certain way. It's much more focus on the aesthetics of the shot. Focus on like you wouldn't pan fast. You wouldn't do these things where we would like pan between conversations very quickly, or like we'd zoom in, crash zoom on people, and you feel a bit more like you're in it. I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the camera feels like the viewer. So I'm very curious to see like what would happen if we just shot a Cyber Sunday where we maybe removed. We can still use and utilize our production team now how it is and have like the big grand stuff. Maybe certain bits of it would all be just self-contained and self-shot by us, like in the car and stuff. It'd be self-shot. Just have GoPros rolling for the external angles. In my head, I was thinking, oh, maybe we could do a cheap team. But a cheap team, the whole is so cheap that they haven't got a camera crew. They shoot it themselves. But I'm like, oh, but the issue is, obviously, it's very risky. You like, if you mess up, someone like loses camera, someone loses anything, then that footage is gone. Where with the camera crew, obviously, there's a bit more responsibility and a bit more accountability from their side. They will get the footage, you'll back it up very quickly. You know what I mean? Where with us, like we lost in the OG Sidemen Holiday, the European one. It was 2 hours video, whatever, how long is at the time, and our most video all the time. But it could be even better, by the way, because there's a whole segment gone. Because Calix lost 2 phones on that trip, and he lost his second phone, which had footage of them. You know the water thing where you can like, it has like jets comes out of it. They had loads of sick moments doing that, and they were drinking like beers on like a little dinghy while doing that together. And there's some like sick crashes and fails and stuff, and all that footage is gone forever because it's lost. So there's that kind of like catch-22 you have. But I don't know. It's definitely something to think about in some respects.
You had a rough day, bro.
Also, without respectfully, like our crew are sick and they do add to the vibes
Hello
loads.
boys, Max Fosh here. This Joker is a tricky one because for the next 20 minutes, all of the sat-nav instructions you will be given to you in Japanese.
Perfect. I speak Japanese.
It's a way of talking,
your
Benny.
next journey, you're starting in Japanese.
Don't mean this frog's like flattened all my hair down.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we can do that.
I can do that.
Ni hao.
I don't want to.
Not Japanese.
Isn't Ni Hao Chinese?
I put some sauce on that one if I was you.
Yeah. And did you want a Freddo as well, or you?
Yeah,
See, look.
a bit of
That's a great bit of use of the camera crew.
Go on then.
Right, like, what we actually can't do is none of us drive. We can't have a fucking Mexican standoff now. But why?
So I don't want to.
But you like driving, and you can drive.
So can you?
My argument against this is I'm actually a fucking liability on the road. Like I almost crashed into a taxi.
I'm too tired now.
Okay, Josh. I'm too tired. Josh, we're going to be honest. That with I started with him, but
I did the hardest drive today, so I deserved time off. I had the caravan.
You had time off just now.
No, but you did the small drive. You know, you just drove around a town with sausage rolls.
You've done the least driving out of everyone
Bro,
today.
I'm not. I
True.
can't. I can
You've
barely.
done the least driving.
Yeah, because I can't fucking drive. I can't drive.
Can you do any accents? Can you
Do any accents? What?
An accent? Yeah, accent. What? Can you do accents? Impressions, accents.
I can't hear.
Oh, don't worry. Are you a paedophile?
There's a child. There's a child.
Same thing again, same people.
If I'd have
You've driven the least.
If I'd have lost that shotgun, you'd have put me in the front.
These sunglasses is kind of
I
cool.
would have.
No, you would have done the thing. Oh,
Feel super retro.
drive that.
Run out of time.
Look at all of them.
I cannot drive this vehicle. I actually can't drive
Look at the state of it. There's bloody poor people surrounding us.
I actually can't drive this vehicle.
We're making a movie right now, guys.
This is horrible to drive. I can't drive that.
Why would he say
I
that?
can't drive a normal car.
Well then,
I can't drive a normal car.
read the room, mate. Why don't you jump in the back right now?
Yeah, I can stop if you want.
Do it while the lights red.
We'll just come through this way, it'll be funny.
Oh yeah, go through here. Go through here. Oh, okay. Oh, light's gone green. JJ, go!
If I was Toby,
What?
I would have
Get in
driven.
the fucking car!
Oh, Jesus, get in,
JJ!
I think Harry had the right idea there.
can't get in.
Oh my
Oh my God, he's a fucking...
Shit!
Get in! Jesus, that is the most fucking... That is the silliest thing I've ever seen.
You might have said a different word there, didn't he, Harry? Don't you think?
And we left him with the lights
Oh
again.
my God.
What's wrong with you?
Oh my God.
What's wrong with you?
Do you get Vic Star to drive us?
you're driving.
Would you mind?
Looks like Toby just went, haha.
Good one.
Hey, I'm on a team.
That
with
was
two
like his
fucking
mafia.
drivers. How's
Cool.
what's happening?
You drive.
How's it come to this?
You actually drive.
I've just driven.
You've driven the least today.
I've driven the least in my life. I've driven, I reckon, about in the last year, on actual roads, I may have driven for like 2 hours at most. In the last
Let's
year.
make it free.
Then you need to do more.
I can't manoeuvre this fucking behemoth of a vehicle with a gear stick that looks like a fucking Mandingo cop. Okay? I can't do this.
I watched the video back, but I've seen the TikTok clips. This was a very fun day. I feel like must be good content from our team from this, because that was a very, very fun day, very fun road trip. That's not even included. How have you not included, like, our jokes, the Japanese jokes, or they actually end up being Asian jokes in the end, where we were just being like, oh, I dropped a Pepsi Max, Cantonese, and all that stuff. That was class. There was like, honestly, there must have been like half an hour of that stuff. So God knows. There we go. That was some road trips. Didn't see anything from the American road trip, which is quite surprising. Didn't see anything from the Swiss road trip either, which is quite surprising. Not as surprising. But yeah, I would love to do more road trips. I mean, we did a recent concept where it's like road trip every hour, your car gets worse. And for sure, we could just do your car gets better. And for sure, we could do your car gets weirder, and your car gets slower, and your car gets faster. Like, there's so many things you could do in that front. So yeah, I think there's plenty of options to do for road trips. Let me know a concept for a road trip down below in the comments. Maybe I'll add it to our list, an ever-growing list. I've got a nice little list of new concepts forming right now. So add to my list, please. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.